Hey everybody, it's your salty neighbor Giant here with yet another video for Ashes of Creation. This time around, this video will be quite long because there's a lot of things that we learned over the last couple days, and there's a lot of things that I want to cover, so let's jump right into it. First up, we got some new skins, and I do like the looks of a lot of them. There are some that I probably won't end up getting because they do remind me a little bit of Frozen, so this time around I'm just gonna let it go. The biggest announcement that we have is that Ashes of Creation Apocalypse will go into open beta on December 18th of 2018. So if you want to get a chance to play Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, make sure to sign up on apocalypse.ashesofcreation.com, and if you are living in the European Union, go to auc.my.com and you will be able to play Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. During the last live stream there was an announcement that confused me to a point where I actually got really mad about it, because we got told that Ashes of Creation Apocalypse will have an adventure pass, which you can pretty much compare to something like Fortnite's battle pass. Which in the end is a good thing, because you will be able to gain and earn rewards that will transfer to the MMORPG. I think the reason I got a little bit mad was because it was really late for me and there was no new real updates concerning the MMORPG. There is still no news on crafting or any of the major aspects of the MMORPG, besides the fact that the rewards from Ashes of Creation Apocalypse from any of the three modes, which are Battle Royale, Horde Mode and Siege, will transfer to the MMORPG. At that point I was like, why are we doing this? Why are we monetizing a Battle Royale mode, a Horde mode and a Siege mode that nobody asked for before we actually get to play the MMORPG? At the end, I may have a little bit overreacted. I still say that my reaction was okay and fair, because nobody asked for this and now we're monetizing and playing a game that nobody, like I said, asked for. But at the end it's a good thing, because now there will be a lot of people testing out major aspects of the MMORPG in the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse modes that will transfer over to the actual game. So I'm looking forward to all the feedback the community is going to give to Intrepid Studios, and I hope that it all transfers over to the actual MMORPG. According to Steven Sharif, during the next live stream we will actually see some new MMORPG footage, and I'm really looking forward to it. There will also be something called Adventure Pass quests, which will contain a lot of the lore around Vera during the fall of the world. Believe it or not, there's even some backstory to the Battle Royale mode, the Siege mode and the Horde mode. For the Battle Royale mode, it's pretty much that you're left on Vera and you have to fight for resources, and the last person to actually live gets to live on. So that's gonna be really interesting to see how those battle pass quests play into this. For the castle sieges, it's pretty much the last bastion, the last stand. Everybody's fighting for these safe places to actually survive the fall. So I'm really looking forward to actually really doing these quests, because there's not been a lot of lore that people can actually read through, so this will be really interesting. The Horde mode is pretty much the most interesting one, because all the survivors now are gathered in a stronghold and they're surviving as good as they can, and it's not looking pretty because the horde of the corruption is actually coming now to get them. So it actually plays really nicely into the whole story behind Ashes of Creation and the world of Vera. So I'm really looking forward to learning more about the world and the lore behind it. Sadly, there's also another similarity to Fortnite, which is called Exodus, which is around almost 10 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks sometimes, which is pretty much that time when you get to earn new rewards and new cosmetics. So yay, all the 9-year-olds are so happy. More rewards, more skins, yay.
Hello every 9-year-old watching this video. I know you're a complete army just ready to follow my single demand. Who are we gonna attack next, 9-year-olds? Let's go, together,
I just really hope that they get all the information they need to really make this MMORPG as good as they promised, because I still believe and I still trust them. I just fucking hate Battle Royale modes. That's why I think I said this like in 2 other videos. I will not touch the Battle Royale mode after Siege goes live. So yeah, go Siege! So the Battle Pass will cost around $10 US, which is not as bad as some other ones. So yeah, if you really like rewards, if you really like cosmetics and you want to jump into Ashes of Creation, the MMORPG with a shit ton of new cosmetics, make sure to grab yourself one of those battle passes. For a long time, people have been asking when the video for Node Part 3 will be released. We finally got an answer. Well, not really an answer, more like a reason why it has not been released yet. The reason be that the MMORPG map needs to be shown in Node 3, and they're currently working on it, so that's the reason why we have not seen it yet. So as soon as the complete MMORPG map is completed and they are comfortable with sharing it, we will finally see Node 3. It's about damn time. For all of you that do like action combat, especially like games like Black Desert Online and so on, I have some bad news. According to Steven Sharif and the guys from Intrepid Studio, you will not have that type of action combat speed in Ashes of Creation. Regarding something else when it comes to the Battle Royale mode, Steven mentioned something and explained something that I do not know how I feel about it. If you pre-ordered Ashes of Creation or you're a Kickstarter or Summer backer, you already own some embers. These embers you will be able to use in the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse modes to actually buy some skins, so you might even not having to play any of the modes if you just want the skins. Also, you will be able to earn some embers that at the end will transfer over into the MMORPG. Also, we got confirmed that the Tullnar will be shown when ready, and there will also be no mobile version of the game. After the last livestream where the battle pass for Ashes of Creation Apocalypse was announced, there was apparently a lot of uproar in the community. I thought it was just me, but apparently there was enough people a little bit upset about those news, and Steven Sharif actually ended up joining the Discord, so I'm gonna go through a couple things that he said because it ended up being a Q&A, which is always really nice to have. We learned that in Ashes of Creation Apocalypse in the Siege mode, you will be able to play a support class that will mainly focus on healing, buffs and debuffs in a proximity area around them. So if you're maining mostly healers in other MMORPGs, you will be pretty happy that you're actually gonna end up playing a healer in one of the Siege modes or in the PvE mode. During one of my last podcasts, we actually talked about the problem of cheaters, and now we learned that when it comes to cheaters, Intrepid Studio will handle it as following. Cheaters will be punished based on escalation process, so you probably end up getting, you know, a 24-hour ban, 7-day ban, but at the end of the day, if they don't listen, if they don't learn, they will actually receive an IP ban, which will hopefully decrease the chance of there being a lot of cheaters in Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. Since Gamescom 2018, there was always a worry or rumor that there will be some issues when it comes to My.com, which is the European publisher for Ashes of Creation. According now to Steven Sharif, you will be able to transfer and synchronize your Intrepid Studio Ashes of Creation account with the My.com account, which will be really interesting because there's a lot of content creators from the European Union that live in Europe that do have a big number of referral links or do already own a lot of items. Like myself, I own like almost every cosmetics that has been released since January, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how all of that synchronization will actually end up, because if I'm missing one skin or one cosmetic, I might get a little bit salty. Also, we learned that all of these synchronizations should be done to 100% before Alpha 1. Thanks to Chase from the Ashes of Creation community, who also runs the Ashen Post, there's a document that I will link down below where Steven Sharif answered a lot more questions, and if you want to know some more things, if you want to read up on it, go ahead, take a look at it. And there was also on the 7th of this month, there was also a content creator meeting where Chase also made a document about, which I will also link below, and there were a couple things that were said and answered in that content creator meeting that I now want to go through. Sadly, because I was on the road, I wasn't able to join that meeting, but there were a couple interesting things that really got me hyped again for the MMORPG. We now know that Intrepid Studio is planning on creating 2 other games, on which one will be a board game based in the universe of Ashes of Creation. One of the mid-sized topics within the Ashes of Creation community is always the staff size of Intrepid Studio. We now know the exact numbers of who's working where and who is part of the studio. Right now we know that Intrepid Studio is outsourcing some things when it comes to the game, and that includes 30 to 35 people in Malaysia, 28 in France, and the rest is all in-house, and they're aiming to hit a total number of 200 before the end of the year. So something that has been reassured by Steven is that if you do not like the BR mode in Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, is that you don't have to play it to unlock the rewards. You'll be able to gain the same skins, same cosmetics in the other 2 modes, which is Siege and Horde, which is kind of nice because, like I said, I really do not like Battle Royale games anymore. Something else that was confirmed once more is that Intrepid Studio is still on track when it comes to development of Ashes of Creation, and according to Steven, we should be getting a release before 2020. Within Ashes of Creation, there will be something called the Business Manager management system, which will allow you, the player, to create more quests for other players. This will open up a whole new horizon on possibilities for the gamers within Ashes of Creation. For myself, I cannot wait to make quests like, hey, I will give you 1,000 gold for, let's say, 10 dead elves. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. I will link all the information down below, so if you want to read through it, go ahead, be my guest. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, feel free, just press that sub and bell button and you're ready to go. If you want to use my referral link, you don't have to, but if you want to, go right ahead. And as always guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you on the Ashes of Creation community Discord.